not a leak, the Lord said. It's a tear. What for, asked the angel. It's for the joy, sadness, pain, disappointment, loneliness, and pride. You're a genius, exclaimed the angel. The Lord looked somberly at the angel and replied, I didn't put it there.
Chief Smith, front and center. At this time, retired Senior Chief Petty Officer Joe Acevedo will read the retirement creed. All Chief Petty Officers, past or present, please rise for the Chief Petty Officer's retirement creed.
You have on this day experienced that which comes to all of us who serve on active duty in our Navy. I say our Navy because your departure from active duty in no way terminates your relationship, regard, or obligation to the United States Navy and your fellow Chief Petty Officers. By law and tradition, U.S. Navy retirees are always on the rolls, ever ready to lend their service when the need arises. The respect that you earned as the Chief was based on the same attributes that you will now carry into retirement. You should have no regrets and should not view your retirement as an end of an era, but rather as orders to a new and challenging assignment to a form of independent duty. Remember well that you have been and will always be an accepted member of the most exclusive of all maritime fraternities, that of the United States Navy Chief Petty Officers. Active duty chiefs salute you, and salute. Ready, two. And the retired chiefs welcome you. And we wish you the traditional fair winds and following seas. Best regards, Chief Petty Officers. You may now take your seats.
Bosun, stand by to pipe the side. This order has been passed on naval ships from the 1500s through today. Spanish, French, English, Dutch, yes, all navies of the world use the bosun, side buoys, and call to bring aboard or send ashore all ships' companies, officers, visiting officers, dignitaries, and VIPs. The side buoys would haul on ropes and raise and lower the boarding platforms so officers would not have to climb the rat lines which were hanging over the side and used by enlisted crew when going ashore or to get aboard. This honor was extended to visiting officers, dignitaries, and port officials. It was not uncommon for the commanding officer of a ship to order up the jolly boat, a crew of strongbacks called side boys, and a bosun to send an old shipmate to a shore retirement home, never to sail on Navy ships again. All hands on deck was passed. Speeches were made about great victories, battles fought upon the open seas, raging storms weathered, and voyages to distant and strange lands with ports of calls others could only dream about. Today our Navy has given most of the pomp and circumstance, the honors, traditions, and ceremonies back to history. Time does not give us the freedom to do these things from the past. Nevertheless, we still have to stop all engines, lay about smartly, and drop anchor to pay homage to one of our shipmates going ashore. We honor the years served, the guidance, the leadership, the friendship, and the expert that this shipmate has freely given for 20 years.
Remember, 20 years, this sailor stood the watch. While some of us were in our bunks at night, this sailor stood the watch. While some of us were in school, learning our trade, this shipmate stood the watch.
Yes, even before some of us were born into this world, this shipmate stood the watch. In those years, when the storm clouds of war were seen brewing on the horizon of history, this shipmate stood the watch. Many times, we would cast an eye ashore and see his family standing there, needing his guidance and help, needing that hand to hold during those hard times. But he still stood the watch.
He stood the watch for 20 years. He stood the watch so that we, our families, fellow countrymen can sleep soundly and safety each and every night, knowing that a sailor stood the watch. Today we're here to say, shipmate, the watch stands relieved. Relieved by those you have trained, guided, and led. Brother, you stand relieved. We have the watch.
Bosun, stand by to pipe the side.
Aye, aye, Mr. Chief.
Captain McInerney will now present the Fleet Reserve Certificate. Fleet Reserve of the United States Navy. This is to certify that Master at Arms Chief Petty Officer, Expeditionary Warfare, Mark G. Smith, was transferred from active duty to the Fleet Reserve of the United States Navy on the 31st day of May, 2014, after 20 years of service. This certificate is awarded as testimonial of faithful and honorable service. Signed, S.P. McInerney, U.S. Navy Commanding Officer. Guests, please rise for departing honors and remain standing until the completion of the ceremony. For the last time, Chief Smith will request permission to go ashore.
Hold him go ashore no more.
Chief Petty Officer, United States Navy, retired, departing. Chief Petty Officers, past and present, man the rails. Now votes. Chief Petty Officer and family, retired, departed. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Chief Smith and his family, thank you for taking part in this time-honored ceremony. You are all invited to attend the reception in honor of Mr. Smith and the Chief Smith.